aspect of doing. It seems that the Moonwalker is sort of, well, maybe I won't speak too much, but it seems like everyone's excited to have him around at very least. Nothing, nothing. The color it burns. Cold and wet, but it burns. It lived in the well. I seen it, a kind of smoke, just like flowers last spring. The well shone at night. Thad and Murney and Xanus, everything alive, sucking the life out of everything. In that stone, it must have come in that stone, prizing the whole place. Don't know what it was, the same color, just the same. Like the flowers and plants must have been more seeds. Seeds they growed. It seemed it first time last week. Must have got strong on Xenis. He was a big boy full of life. It beats down your mind and gets you, burns you up in the well water. You was right about that, evil water. Xenis never came back from the well. Can't get away. Draws you. You know something's coming, but it ain't no use. I seen it again. Again since Xenis just took. Where's Nobby? Me. My head's no good. Don't know how long it's sent to find her. It'll get her if we get her good. Just a color. Her face is getting to have that color sometimes toward night. And it burns and sucks. It comes from some place where things ain't as they are here. Orum's professor said so. He was right. Look out. They do something more. It sucks the life out. And with that, you traverse the spiral, deeper in toward its center. A sort of monotonous step after step, seemingly finding yourself in the one direction that everything is pointing. Doing your best to avoid the grand lights that are shining from this central being, guarding what must be some sort of portal slowly opening to the material plane. With that, what would you like to do?
What is the process like of like dodging the beam? Is it very much like stealthing the entire way, or is it just like, oh, it's off, let's move?
It's a little of each. I think if Frodo and Mordor, like, every time the thing comes around, like, you gotta duck behind something.
So for someone who theoretically doesn't know what that is, could you explain in a different way?
Yeah, so think a guy breaking out of prison, and there's a big spotlight that keeps shining around.
Yeah.
Sweet. That checks out. That makes sense.
Logan, I would like to cast my first level Destroy Moon spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That just destroys the moon.
The moon is now destroyed. You were all completely blown to bits, as it was where you were standing.
Yeah, worth it.
It was a fun campaign.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, that was good, guys.
No, I'd like to take my astronaut spaceship and suit reaction. So,
Okay.
I also rolled natural on that, so we're fine.
Okay, nice.
I'm going to continue to walk on the pieces of the moon, jumping from piece to piece with
Very
my
nice.
Moonwalker power.
Good.
Oh, nice. I probably just die, honestly. I don't know
I'll
what I would
die
be able
too.
to do. I think that's it for me.
You can use your reaction to halve damage.
That's right.
The half the damage of the vacuum of space.
Right.
Half of dead is dead.
Yeah.
True.
So we're moving towards the center of this city, essentially. This
Yes.
large area, kind of moving from spot to spot. And you said that there is like buildings and stuff that are kind of like dilapidated and destroyed and stuff, and we can move between them to avoid the light.
So there are these like spiraling buildings. The base of them look just to be like an ancient ruin that was here on the moon by the looks of things, but from them have sprung this almost organic looking spiral architecture that seems to be eminently here due to the Great Old One's influence.
Anyone sees any type of metal that can replace the blade to this, I hold up the hilt of my sword, collect it. I've heard of people crafting swords and blades of meteorite, but I've never actually seen one.
I could do that.
Are there any signs of like craters or like meteorites that maybe like flew through here and just like left remnants behind of like space metal or anything?
Roll a survival check, tracking.
In total.
10 total. Here in this relatively densely collected city, you don't see anything that like looks to be a crater besides the large one that you're heading toward. But looking, place to place, there are definitely like rocks and things. I guess it depends exactly what it is you're looking for.
Just any type of rock that might seem like it's a metal that could be smelted and turned into a blade.
Yeah. Also, you know very little about that. There are many rocks,
sure.
though.
Not like I just want to do exactly what he did, but as we're walking as well further on, I would like to look for those sorts of metals he described, as I am more experienced in metals.
Yes.
If I find any good hunks, I'll like toss it to him as well. Just
toss me some hunks,
what about
bro.
that?
Roll an intelligence check.
Can I use my smithing tools proficiency to aid me in the process?
Sure.
Sweet. Oh shit, I need it. Okay. What kind of check is it?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. All right. So that is 13.
13. Looking around, there's a great amount of like dusty rock. None of it appears metallic to you, though you believe with the help of some of your magical items, you may be able to make it into a more useful material.
Perhaps. The item that could change materials into other materials is currently out of charges for the day.
Never mind then.
But
Tiago,
theoretically, if you slept, you could.
Tiago, are you currently without weapon? Would it be of great benefit to you to have a moon weapon right now?
Tiago just kind of like smirks. I'm rarely without a weapon.
Well, I am without weapon.
Yes, well, you see, I have 1 4th level charge left in my staff, and I could use that to cast Stone Shape, which does specifically say it can make a weapon out of rock. But, it is a rather powerful spell. So, would you like me to Stone Shape you a weapon, either of you?
I like pull out a short sword, a Dragon Slayer sword, a short bow, 2 daggers that I have like kind of like hidden, concealed, like I don't know, somewhere. You don't even know where I've had them. I'm just like, I don't need any weapons, but save your spell, unless you think it's something powerful that you could use. And I just like kind of like hold these weapons out for you to choose from if you want any of them. Maybe not the Dragon Slayer sword.
Do you have any that are particularly magical?
Okay, it'd be the Dragon Slayer sword, actually. Yeah, that'd be it.
Okay, I am afraid I cannot accept. Father, in terms of this stone shape, is it a concentration? Is it a limited duration that I can wield this blade?
No, it works instantly. Although if you are just looking for a magical weapon, I could imbue one of these weapons with a small fragment of my power, thus making it magical. I believe. Let me double check the spell.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this spell. It is also for a small period of time.
It is only for about an hour, I believe.
Yes, and you needn't have to worry about that.
Just use this blade. I like hand you the Dragon Slayer blade. You don't own it. You're just borrowing it.
No, that is alright. I have my weird possessive blasting powers that I recently discovered.
How's everyone doing on health, by the way?
I am never good on health.
Father, how severe are your ailments at the moment?
I would say I am at a quarter of my maximum health.
You're in rough shape, and
you notice the father is walking even slower than usual.
Yeah, Gold took a beating, right? Wasn't Gold got pretty fucked up on the way?
Yeah.
Yes. Could I take this moment to undo some of these wounds for anyone who needs?
Well, I was going to undo your wounds.
I can take care of that. Don't worry about it. Or perhaps we could take a hour-long rest.
I think that's
Although
a
I
good idea.
suppose it would be hard to really tell time on the moon.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. Do we seem in a spot that is... I mean, we gotta watch out for the light, but like theoretically, are we in a spot that we could rest for that amount of time?
I mean, there are a great number of abandoned buildings and things around. I mean, you don't see any pertinent reason why you couldn't rest for a short amount of time. I mean, even a long rest if you really felt up to risking that much time in one position.
Yeah. It's all about
I'm totally healthy.
time.
I can protect us.
About how much time we have to waste.
Yeah, I was going to say, similar to Father T, Aiken has about a quarter of his health as well. So,
Father,
I'm sure I could burn some more of the power that is vested in me, or we could take a small break and I could try some more mundane healing methods.
I suggest that we only take a small break and clear out one of these buildings to do so. We do not know how much time we have, and we should not waste any more than we need to. However, a good quick hour will do us all nicely, I think. Or at least most of us. And I want to find a way into the interior of one of these buildings around us to take shelter in.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check to see if you can find one that seems like a good hiding spot.
Ooh, natural 20. We got the penthouse suite, boys. I found it.
As you sort of begin fumbling around into different buildings and things here, you find one that, though there is some of these like weird quasi-organic stone growth that seems to just almost like coral slowly over thousands of years being built and formed into these odd structures off the edges of it. The actual structure of the building itself seems to be intact. A batted down hatch that seems to still be functional.
Sweet. We got a ceiling door, a properly working hatch. Yeah, I'll stroll in.
Okay, do you open the hatch?
I feel if there is a lot of resistance against it, like it is like hooked up to something, but if it is not, then I will open it.
I mean, it is like boarded.
Oh, so I gotta. I'll take out the nail. I'll start prying out, or I'll take out the hammer. I'll start prying out the nails of the boards and shit.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Can I use my tools to do that?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. 14 minus 1 is 13.
Okay. It seems like whoever did this is very strong. Whoever boarded this up, you're pretty impressed just by like the size of the boards that they slid into place and like how they were able to hammer them through. You're making some progress, but it's going to take you like some time to get these boards off if no one is willing to help.
I'm not gonna ask for help, because I'm proud.
Oh, I will definitely help.
But I will sit there and struggle until somebody does help me, and I'll just go, shit, these nails. Ugh.
I'm gonna walk up without asking and just kind of ascertain what he's doing and start doing the same thing.
Yes,
Okay.
you start
Easy.
on that side. I'll get this side.
Roll strength checks, both of you.
I'd like to keep a lookout.
Okay, roll a perception check.
15. Or no, I'm sorry. 18.
Goal is so inspiring and helpful that I rolled a 22.
Nice. Yeah, definitely helps to have a second pair of hands here, and you guys are able to remove the boards relatively quickly. What's that perception check for you there,
15.
Tiago? 15. Looking out, you notice what looks to be some sort of flowing stream here. Just judging by the atmosphere, you assume that it's not water, and as you look, it has this pale color, like a light pink color. And it all seems to be flowing and swirling into a whirlpool in a singular location about 200 yards away.
Is it towards the center of the spiral?
From where you are, it is towards the center, but it's not in the center.
Does it look like it's moving towards us or anything?
No, it looks like it's like coalescing, like coming together.
There's something happening over there. Father T, look, and I'll point it out.
Yes.
Does it look alive? What is that?
I don't know. Does it look alive? Do I know what it is?
Looking over, you don't have any idea what it is, but it looks to be moving of its own volition, whether alive or by some strange magical force. Hard to say.
Well, there's certainly something propelling it. What do you propose is the best course of action here?
Keep that hatch open. I don't want to find out what that is.
Right, well, I will not be of much help getting the hatch open, so perhaps I will wait here with you.
At this point, they had the hatch open.
Okay. We just go in, close the hatch behind us.
Yeah, I'll lead the
I
way in though.
suppose-
If you want. If you are worried that there's something in there, I'll take the fault of it.
That's a good question, actually. Is it just like a ladder going down?
You open the hatch. Okay. Opening it reveals an old stone staircase that seems to have been carved in, and actually all of this has been like quarried out from the moon, basically. And inside you see a collection of a variety of items. It looks like some sort of mixture between a storeroom and a treasure hoard.
I'm gonna look at Goal, like staring at like all the shit, and I'm like, treasure. Would you like
Go
to?
on.
And I'll like motion him forward.
I'm gonna just slowly walk forward and examine around. I'm not gonna be as excited, but I'm definitely gonna be curious about what's in there.
I did not prepare identify. Did not think I was gonna need it, so. Oops.
All right, you guys heading in?
Yeah. First Goal, then me.
Okay. Goal, as you head down, you notice stacked across one wall seems to be rations and supplies. You even notice there's sort of these hooks hung up on the walls holding a variety of what appear to be potions. Flanking the other wall, you see 3 ornate chests, as well as a pile of variety of different metals, golds, silvers, platinums. It looks to be like a stockpile of money and currencies of a variety of different nations. These is obviously pre-Tastrus.
Ooh.
Oh. Tiago might be interested in some of these metals. I'm going to go over to the potions and examine what I see.
Okay. Looking at the potions, go ahead and roll me a Arcana check. See if you're able to determine what they are.
I am not.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard for you to tell without consuming them or having someone smarter than you and these sort of things investigate them. They're all of the same color, except for one. Most of them are this sort of sickly green, with one being this like almost clear yellow.
That's just piss. It's not even a potion.
Yeah, I thought
Whoever pissed in that and left it here was playing the long game.
And go like pick it up. It's extremely viscous for piss, but it could be for a very unhealthy gentleman.
It's rough piss.
Well,
It's moon piss.
this person was dehydrated. This would be darker yellow.
That's true. That's true. It looks like he's drinking just enough water.
I'm going to like very quickly like try to snag the potion out of Goal's hands. Like, don't drink any of these.
I'm gonna have a yellow one of interest, and if when you try to grab it, I'm just gonna quickly take it away. I'm not going to drink it, but I kind of shake it around a little bit. It's very interesting, no?
Goal, it looks like piss.
I'll say, like, as you shake it, you can see that there's like something in it that is like really diffuse, but when you shake it up, you can see like something move around inside, like almost like iron filings mixed with your cereal. So
I'm gonna
something-
turn to him and kind of swirl around. See.
Ugh. All right. Over the rest, I will use my alchemical tools and knowledge to try to decipher what these are. Until then, I recommend we do not do anything hasty, and perhaps have some snacks while we wait and tend to our wounds. And then to the other three people in behind me and Goal, I will gesture towards the stockpile of rations here as well.
Are we the only two in here?
I assume the rest of the people were following you, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But eventually, yeah. As long as it doesn't seem like that pink thing is like moving towards us, I'll probably go.
Looking at it, go ahead and roll a perception check once again as you try and like make out what exactly you're looking at here.
That's worse than 10. Is it? I'll tell you. That's a 9, actually. It's a 9.
The last thing you see is this column forming of this weird pink gelatinous mixture, and sort of as you turn away, you think out of the corner of your eye, you see like teeth carve out of it.
I'm gonna like close the hatch behind me
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know. Maybe as I'm closing it, like try to pull some debris over top of it, like some of the planks, like just put it back over the hatch if I can to just like obscure it at the very least to prevent anything from seeing it.
Surely, you do so.
There's something growing out there. I think it has teeth. I don't like it.
Well then, let's make this quick.
May I also suggest we shut that door on top of us? That way, can't get in.
Right, I did.
Drop on us. Oh, perfect.
I did. I covered it as well if I tried it at least. It's gonna tell me what that thing is, and I don't know if it'll be able to hear us. Like, we should try to be quiet. I don't know how soundproof this room is either. What's that? I'm gonna like go over to the metal that you described earlier.
All right, yeah, you see like perfectly stacked different currencies. Some of them are like round coins, like what you're used to, but others are like flat, some squares, some rectangular, but they're all stacked very uniformly. And judging just by the volume, you'd guess it to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 gold pieces worth of platinum, gold, and silver.
Damn.
Yep.
And this will be helpful. Probably.
I am so happy I found this place.
Me too.
And
What
I'd
about the
like,
chests? Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to, over the rest, basically try to decipher these potions' effects through scientific means and not my regular magical means.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check using your proficiency modifier.
All right. Intelligence and the proficiency?
Yes.
24.
Okay. Easy enough to do. All of the green potions are potions of greater healing. A primitive version, not something like you'd see in your laboratories today. That's a lot more refined, but still gets the job done. Probably won't taste very nice. So you have 4 of those. And then the single yellow potion appears to be something having to do with the reconnection of bodies with souls. You think that this is a potion of resurrection.
Okay, that's what I'm doing the whole hour, along with just generally sitting around resting.
Okay, sounds good.
I will be tending to people's wounds as best as possible. I have an academic understanding of basic field medicine, and so I will be putting that to the test. I do
Okay.
not have materials or anything, but I will scrape together what I can in order to help people heal.
Yeah, I mean, in the supplies down here, they're like, bandages, rations, basic stitching material, like stuff that you could use to like patch up a wound or two.
We're taking a
So
long
that
rest,
is what
though,
I will
right?
do. But we are taking a short
Short.
rest, I
Just a
believe.
short. Okay, gotcha.
Is anyone investigating the 3 treasure chests?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
About to say that Aiken is gonna walk over to those 3
Okay.
after nothing else in the room piques his interest.
Aiken, one in particular, the central chest, probably catches your eye. It is emblazoned with the 4 elemental symbols for fire, water, earth, and air.
I'm gonna feel the chest and try to see if it's like trapped in any kind of manner.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Oh, that's an 8.
Not that you can tell, but you also don't really know what you're looking for.
Right. Okay, well, I just go ahead and pop it open.
Okay, not a problem. It slides open with ease. And you see inside, though it's a rather large chest, it is just 4 about palm-sized um, shards, for lack of a better word. Each of them is held into some almost like a ring stand. It's like sitting in, and they're like generally like emitting some sort of dull glow. They each seem to be associated with a particular element. The same 4 that are emblazoned on the front.
I assume there's a blue one.
There is.
I'd
It's
like
like a sort of light blue, and it like seems to give off this like shades of blue, almost like in waves. It's very oceany.
I'm gonna pick it up and check it out. Not like too investigative or I don't know. I'm not gonna investigate it too much to just see like what is this besides a rock.
Yeah, hard to say unless you're willing to attune to it. It looks like a very magic-y rock. I'll say that.
Do I have an attunement slot? I think I will attune to that one just to like figure out what it does.
Yes, sir. This is an elemental essence shard. You see this sort of crackling crystal contains the essence of the plane of water. As an action, you can attach the shard to any tiny object or detach it. If it falls off, if your attunement is to end, so you can like throw it onto a piece of jewelry or something. You can use the shard as a spellcasting focus, though not overly applicable to you. And since this is a water elemental essence shard, you can create a wave of water that bursts out from you in a 10-foot radius. Each creature of your choice that you can see within that area takes 2d6 cold damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw against your spell save DC or be pushed 10 feet away and fall prone.
Dang.
With the use of the term radius, is it just like a frontal like attack, or is it just like a circular one that is around me? Like, well, can I quit hitting my friends?
Yeah, so you get to pick who it hits, and it is radial, so it's all around you.
Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm
There
just
were
gonna
4 of those in the chest. I'm just
yeah.
just looking.
I think I'm just
There
gonna like take all 4, not like secretively, just like hey guys, I found these rocks. They look
Okay,
cool.
what order do you pick them up in?
Good question. I picked the blue one up first, as made clear.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess I'll pick fire up last, and then do earth, air. So earth, air, fire.
Okay. You pick them up.
Nice. Do they seem delicate at all? Like they will break if I drop them? Like,
It's hard to say. I mean, just by like holding it, it feels like a rock. I mean, it doesn't feel like it would like quickly break. I mean, it doesn't feel like glass or something, but unless you're willing to throw it on the ground and test it, it's hard to say.
I think I'm good in that department. Yeah. I show them to everyone. Hey, look at these rocks I just found.
Did the chest that's closest to the potions, did it get opened up?
Nope. There are still 2 chests that are unopened.
I would like to open the chest that's closest to the potions as I kind of work my way down the potions, and then we had our discussion where I swirled the water, and then I go and flip open one of those.
Okay. This chest is relatively unornamental, and it almost looks like the kind of chest where you might, pack your clothes on a long journey. And as you open it up, you're actually greeted with something that looks like it's just about that. It's a folded up cloak of some kind. Um, though as you touch it, it seems to shift in color slightly.
Does it look like a warm cloak?
Not overly so. It doesn't look like its purpose is warmth. I'll say as you pick it up to investigate it further, it seems to blend into the surroundings.
I am going to take off my cloak and kind of put this one on at a
Okay.
fancy.
Would you like to attune to it?
Sure.
Okay. This is a nature's mantle. The cloak shifts color and texture to blend with the terrain surrounding you. While wearing the cloak, you can use it as a spellcasting bonus. Doesn't really matter for you. While you are in an area that is lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action, even if you are being directly observed. So you can just fucking disappear as long as it's slightly obscured.
Can you be more specific by that?
I mean, that's what it says. I would say anytime that you're not like the thing is not like literally just staring at you. So if you're in an area where it's like dimly lit, or you're behind some of your friends, or you're kind of tucked behind a chair.
Okay, so just basically not out in the open in a very obvious spot.
Yeah, it says area that's lightly obscured. Whatever you take that to mean, I would imagine that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that does require attunement as well.
Okay. I have one spot left, so I'm going to use it.
Okay.
That's like a perfect gift for goal.
That's pretty sweet.
Does it
Hiding
feel?
this bonus action feels great.
If I have it on, does it feel any kind of warm or?
Not overly so. I guess I can show you the picture. It looks like this. So it's not unwarm, but it doesn't have like any like lining or anything. It's mostly ornamental, besides the magic.
Super cool.
But yeah, like I said, it like changes colors and things all the time. So
yeah. I will say that I normally will wear this atop of my thicker cloak, my winter cloak.
Okay.
So that it works,
Yeah, you definitely can't obscure it over much, or you'll lose the effects, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll pop open that third chest if unless somebody else wants to.
Okay.
I'll go probably stand there for a minute and then just
Nice. Third chest, by far the smallest. Doesn't have too much ornamentation, though it does have a lock on it. Seems to be the one that's locked.
Get those picks out and try to get it open.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
The natural 1.
Okay, so attempting to, you actually like stick and bend your pick inside of it. Yeah, and you can't wedge it out.
Siegfried. I'm gonna say it quietly so that hopefully nobody else notices. Siegfried. Come here.
We can't hear you.
I'm sitting in the corner, cross-legged, and I have 5 opened potions around me, like going through tubes and stuff. I'm like,
Here.
All right. I carefully step away from my place.
You like walking away. You like put like a stopper on one of them. It's just like boiling.
I'm gonna conceal this for a minute. I'm gonna look at him and say, I would choose carefully any words you decide to say. I need your help with something. I'm just gonna show him the bent lock pick.
You just as I have decided to closely re-examine our relationship, you decide to threaten me as we are resting on the moon?
Moon.
I'm gonna like get a little closer and say, "You're the only one I called over here. Just
Because you're
go easy on me.
What
I
do you...
need your help. Just." And I'm like, slide the box over to him, like, "Can you fix it?"
Why did you tell me to choose my words carefully?
I thought you might ridicule me, embarrass me in front of the others.
Wait, why would I
I'd
ridicule you?
have my feelings hurt. I like gesture to the like grotesquely bent lockpick, like, and he might be able to see the shame like on.
Can I see the fucked nature of this lockpick?
Oh yeah, I mean it's sticking out of the lock.
Yeah, it's like majorly fucked. I'm afraid if I try to pull it out, I'll break the pick and prevent it from opening.
Did you do that?
Can you fix it or not?
I can certainly try. Hey, and I'm gonna pat
I
him
think
on the
it's
back. I'm gonna say, it happens to everyone. Every
It's
now and
probably
then.
the gravity. Something is strange about the atmosphere
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yes, everyone
Just
experiences
Fix the
it.
damn thing. And I'm gonna kind of like turn and like make sure nobody else is like watching. Just kind of like.
I was going to go ask Dr. Siegfried about my yellow potion. I was going to give it up. So when he started over to you, I kind of watched and I kind of looking over like this. And then at some point, I'm going to say, I make eye contact with Tiago and I'm like, and I turn around and walk away.
Yeah, I just like when I make eye contact, I kind of just hold the gaze until he walks away.
Goal, would you like to hold on to the yellow one? Because I wrote it down in my inventory just because I was going through potions, but you can have it if you'd like.
I'm going to, Doctor, when you finish with, well, whatever it is you're doing there, I would like you to examine my potion, but I would like it back, please, at some point. I'll put it over by the other green things.
Sure,
I'm
yes.
getting I'm not wanting to right this very moment. I walk away.
Alright, I will... Can I make an attempt to dislodge his pick and... or perhaps force the lock open in one way or another?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a dexterity plus your proficiency modifier. As I'm assuming you do have lockpicking tools.
Oh, I
of some
absolutely do. And they're... Oh, I rolled and I just barely saw it out of the corner of my eye. The fact that you got a natural 1 is amazing, because I just got a natural 20. But with modifiers, that is going to be 27.
Yeah, just got it. It was a DC 26 actually. You actually slide your pick in and are able to sort of like bend his straight and get it unlodged. You just sort of like hand it back to him while finishing the rest of the lock pick.
I
opening
am
the lock.
giggling as I take your pick up.
Tiago's jaw kind of drops. Like, is that the same pick that was just in there? Like,
it's like perfect.
I believe this
Like-
is yours, and it's like curved.
This is like when Angela hands me a can that she can't get open, and I'm like,
yeah. Yeah.
All right, well,
I'm
since
gonna-
I picked the lock, I should be able to take a look at the benefits, so I'll open up this chest.
Before
Very
he
nice.
does that, I'm gonna put my hand on the chest and say, "I am impressed, and I owe you one." I'll let him open it.
You
All
owe
right.
me so much more than just one. I'm gonna open it.
Opening it, you see propped up inside, sort of like haphazardly, almost to the side of the chest, there is what appears to be a sickle that is giving off a dull light. It looks to be like a silver-bladed weapon that is giving off moonlight.
Is this a farmer's utensil?
Yeah, that's what that is, isn't it? I was trying to think like, what's a sickle? I was thinking a scythe.
It's like a small scythe, kind of.
Yeah, just a little
It's like
curvy one.
it's curved though, right?
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
circle
it's curved.
almost,
It's like the top of a scythe, sort of.
like a hammer and sickle is like the Russian like.
Oh hell
Right.
yeah, dude! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, like that, or
big
like that,
Soviet Union fan.
like hatchet length type of weapon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How curvy is
It's
this
like
thing?
dagger looking, kind of.
It's like that dagger look, maybe a little bit longer than dagger. It's pretty curved. I mean, I don't know, pretty curved. It looks like a crescent moon.
Okay.
Okay, see what
Yeah,
they're
that's
trying.
super curved. Hmm.
So, would you like the weapon, Diogo?
I'm gonna like hold up the dagger. I don't think it's my turn to claim any more moon weapons. Better ask the others first.
I'm going to check this chest to see if if it has a pressure plate underneath it in the exact same formation as the one we just had to deal with.
It does not. It's best you can tell.
Emanating moonlight.
Yeah.
Sorry, last time I checked on no
Yeah.
moonwalker either.
It's not like
I-
Goal's blade that like shines, but it has like a
Right.
dull moonlight.
Yeah.
As you say you aren't the Moonwalker, I'm gonna look at you and say, neither am I. And I'll take the sickle and I'll keep it.
Would you like to attune to it?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. This is a moon sickle.
Is it magic?
It is magic. It is +3 to hit and damage. Quite the magical weapon.
Nice, dude.
However, you might not want to get too excited because so it glimmers softly with moonlight. While holding the magic weapon, you gain a bonus to attack rolls. Blah blah blah. Skip. When you cast a spell that restores hit points, you can roll a d4 and add that number to the amount of hit points restored. So,
I'm not the primary hit point giver, but I am the secondary,
yeah,
so
you are. Up to you.
It's more worthwhile for you.
I'll hang it on for this rest at least. Was it the moon?
Moon sickle.
Sickle.
Yeah, you can look it up. It's the +3 variety. It's in Tasha's.
Sickle de la Luna.
Also, a bunch of these things are like, you have to be a ranger to use this, and I just never. You can use it no matter what because that's stupid. How dumb is that? Anyone else think that's dumb?
I think it's kind of dumb. Be like,
Well, if it's like a spell book, I would understand, like a wizard.
Yeah, oh,
specific,
sure,
but
sure.
like
That's a little different.
integrated the mechanics for me for the alchemical compendium for it to be its own magic weapon while also still using like the spellbook properties.
Yeah.
So if you change it a little bit, I
Yeah.
think it fits. But sometimes it is a little
Yeah.
bit class specific.
Yeah,
It's
but I
generally
mean, this one's
class
literally
specific
just
if
like.
it improves
Can you
class
swing it?
features.
yeah.
I mean, this one literally just says requires human by a druid or ranger. It doesn't seem to be in any way class specific. I mean, the D4 healing, I guess, is semi applicable to those classes. I don't know. Just seems weird.
Yeah, druid or ranger is like pretty kinda a healer, but like the fact like cleric and it's based around hit points and just weirdly specific. Like why we
Yeah.
gotta do that?
I mean, same thing with like the Nature's Mantle. Like you're just supposed to be a druid or ranger to use that. I'm like, why though? I don't know. It just seems bizarre.
You don't get it.
So
You have to be a druid or ranger.
You just wouldn't be able to put it on. I mean, it just wouldn't fit right.
That's like
Um,
your
sorry, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm diverting the focus back to the gameplay, so I didn't want to ruin it. Anyways, in a meta out of game experience thing, you're the only other person that would probably benefit the most from this with your healing capabilities. Do you want this? Because I also it's a pretty damn good weapon for me, and if
Yeah,
you're not going to use
good
it as a
weapon.
weapon, then I would rather have it.
good idea.
The only reason I would use it would be for the hit points. I would not use it as a weapon ever, and you can also heal. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and
perfect.
to be
I
fair,
can
you
heal
do
enough
have
on my-
you do actually have to be wielding it to get the extra D4, so you wouldn't be able to hold your staff at the same time.
which I would not do.
It would be a mess. So yeah, so you guys see, even though I am admittedly horribly non-proficient in most kinds of weaponry, the fact that this thing is even remotely magical, I am able to wield it with absolute grace and with perfect warrior's composition in my form. I just get it. I just get it when it's magical.
It's also a simple weapon, so.
But I just get it.
Yago like almost opens his mouth like he's about to give you crap, and then he kind of like thinks better of it and
Is that do I
suits you.
also get the bonus to spells and saving throws?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, we give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna get some more alcohol. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
On game night? What?
Keep your
Hey,
head down, buddy.
Logan, I have a quick question,
Sure.
and I'm not sure if you remember. I'm kind of lining out all of my actions and then bonus actions and then reactions because I feel like I'm like looking at 4 different pages to figure out what I want to do when you ask me what do you want to do for your bonus action. So I'm trying to make this simpler for myself. So this Eldritch Claw tattoo that I got, I kind of wrote it shorthand, so now I'm left with questions. And I wrote here bonus, Eldritch Maul, empower tattoo for 1 minute to reach 15 feet to target, unarmed or weapon. So I'm assuming it's a bonus action in addition to my attack.
It is.
1d6 damage of inky tendrils once per dawn. Does that mean that for a minute, it will every time I attack for the next minute, it will keep going?
Correct. Yes. So for 1 minute, you have empowered attacks. You can reach longer, and all of your attacks have these weird, like, black tendrils that extend from you.
Okay.
You should be able to look it up as well if you just Google Eldritch Claw tattoo. I mean, it's a D&D item, so.
Okay.
I'd imagine.
All right. Very cool.
Who's gonna take all this money? How are we gonna carry this
Oh, and
out?
it's holding.
I have a
I'm
bag of
currently
holding, and he's got a
broke,
cool
and
chest.
I have an extra dimensional chest. Or as I like to flavor it, a chest outside of time.
You know, I think I'm gonna swipe some of the money as well, just to keep on my person.
Dirty thief.
Do any of you still have attunement slots? Because there are these gems that Aiken is holding that
I do.
seem like they could be useful.
I
to
do. I
someone.
was doing potion stuff. I didn't want to come in and be like, "Ooh, can I start touching magic items?" But I was
In
here.
fact,
I was
have
brought.
3
So
attunement slots.
How many attunement slots do you get total? 3? Logan, was my Dragon Slayer sword, is that a attunement requirement? I didn't mark that it was.
Gonna go yes, but I will look it up
Okay.
for you.
Yeah, that'll
Dragon
work.
Slayer sword. No, it's not. I can never determine when they're like, that doesn't take a whole attunement slot.
the Dragon
And then,
Slayer
like,
feels like it should.
right?
Yeah.
I guess it's
I mean,
just
the
so
dagger I
niche.
have,
Like
yeah.
it's only if you go for killing dragons. So it's like, do you really want to blow an attunement slot?
Wait, Logan,
You can always
Um,
swap it.
I looked up the shards, and I want to get a better understanding of it. So it says use an action to attach the shard to a tiny object. So hypothetically, if I were to attach it to my bow, like not the arrow but the bow, would I do the action of creating the wave, or would I do the action of attacking it? Like, do I have to pick one or the other, shooting the bow or doing the wave? Because I think
I think you can just attach it, like, full time. Like, you can always be on your bow. I think that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you mean like are you talking about the action economy? Like, if you wanted to fire your bow, would you be doing that instead of the wave burst or whatever?
Yeah, not like that's exactly what I'm asking. Like, how do I activate the wave? Is that an action to do the you create a wave that bursts out?
Yeah. So normally it would be you have to be like a sorcerer and you have to do this like dumb shit. I think it'll just be an action to do.
Okay, so it's like shoot arrow or create wave.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking. In a very convoluted way. Cool, thank you.
Actually, maybe a bonus action. We'll do bonus action.
I actually cannot attune to any more things for at least 2 levels. Then I get more slots because I'm an artificer. But as of now, yeah, and then eventually I start getting bonuses to my saving throws equal to how many items I'm attuned to.
Wow.
Love me some artificers. Anyway, sorry.
And what asshole DM doesn't have you attuned to 3 items at that point in your campaign? Like, wow.
And, well, even then, I can make my infusions. Some of them I have to be attuned to. So, like, I can give
Okay,
myself
yes.
slots if I really need them.
So if you're not attuned to 3 things, you're just kind of not trying hard.
Honestly. Grow up.
Can I attune to another one of these stones if no one
Yeah.
is approaching me about them, Father Teed?
I was actually going to ask if I could examine one of those stones for use of component in my staff.
Right. I say, oh yeah, and I like pull them out like they're just playthings. Yeah, here, like check them out.
Do you have? You seem to want more of them. If you want more, you can have more. I by
Oh.
no means.
I mean, I want the water one. Is that fair to
That
say?
is fair.
But I don't really. Looking around, you guys seem to have a lot of magical items, and I have more of simple man tools. I think these rocks are a good fit, but I don't think I can. How do you say attune to them all? So I think I can only attune to another one.
All right. Yeah, for the sake of brevity here, if we don't want to go through all this poking around, so the air one, you can use a bonus action to immediately fly up to 60 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. The earth one, you gain resistance to a type of damage of your choice until the start of your next turn. Fire one target. So that one doesn't apply very well, but I'll say like whatever you attack, you can then burn with 2d10 fire damage at the start of its next turn, so it kind of catches on fire. Then the flames go out.
And that's what the stones do that I've come to figure them out.
Yep.
Nice.
How intuitive. Well, please, everyone else, feel free. I by no means need any of these. I am just not attuned to anything at the moment.
I pull out the earth one and I say, does this sound like it's fitting to you, Father T?
Like
Perhaps. I am quite vulnerable, although I am often not on the front lines, and perhaps it would be more useful to someone in that situation. You take whatever you want, and I will take whatever is left.
Gold took some hits in that last fight. Maybe he needs the stone skin.
That is fair. I too took some hits, but that's fine.
They're not my stones to give away, so.
Are these stones require attunement as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got 3 things attuned already. Can you keep items, like can you have 5 items that require attunement and only actively be attuned to them a certain amount? 3?
Yeah, every long or short rest, you can switch your attunement, I believe. Might have to be a long rest, not
I think it's
sure.
a long rest.
I'm
not sure either.
But yeah, you can switch them out. Just make sure you actually do it before the fight starts.
I'm trying to think if that's something that he would use. Or maybe he would find it undesirable.
Can I use my hit dice now as well?
Yeah, of course.
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Would you attune to it?
To the earth one?
Yeah.
No.
What about Father T? And that's something that he could use.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Him and his 20 hit points.
I fear it would be of limited use to me, as I've said. I do not often engage in brawls. It gives resistance to one type of damage for 1 turn, correct?
Yeah, and I think I'm going to have these all be 3 uses a day. So 3 times a day, you can just be resistant to 1 type of damage.
I think.
Perhaps, but in the air of preparedness, I have carried you out of 1 fight already. I would feel better if you were able to deflect a little more than you have in the past. Just a thought.
Fair enough.
I also say the air one is very defensive as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, guys, if
That's
once
probably
we-
better defensive,
once we talk
capability.
about the stone, I was gonna immediately follow up with the air one. But if it's like 3 times a day, I don't know. It also says fly up. Can I just fly? Like, does it have to be straight vertically up?
No, it says up to, as in
Oh,
Mm.
that's what
that
happens.
far.
Yeah, I didn't read the directions.
See, but with the fire one, I can make epic statements such as "May the flames of time burn you," and
Mm.
then they would burn.
I just grab the 3 stones and I say, "Here, Father, hold this," and I give him the fire one, and then I say, oh yes, take this one as well," and I give him the air one, and then I say, "Oh, let me see that air one back," and I take it, and then I give him the earth one, and it's like this really weird, like, give me this. Oh no, you take this one, and then at the end of it, you have all 3.
Nice.
I do not think this has been an equitable trade.
Would I get the blue one, and you get the red one, and the white one, and the brown one, green one? I don't know.
It's like the end of Death Note. Here, you hand this to this guy, and then he hands it to this guy, and you hand it back to me. Yeah.
All right, but does anybody else want these for real? Because I do not have to have them all.
I'm
I
okay
guess
with. I'm okay. So here's the thing with the fire one. Like, how do you activate that? It's just like on a hit, you can choose to also use that fire thing.
As a bonus action, whenever you hit a target, 3 times a day.
And I don't do a lot of attacking. I do more healing. So
honestly, like, I'm already rolling tons of dice when I do sneak attacks. If I also burnt my opponent, it'd be pretty vicious. I'd have to remember to do it. Honestly, like, I'm just being. If goal or you guys want them, like, take them, because I already roll tons of dice when I sneak attack things, so I don't want to be that guy.
I think
And I roll this, and
I think Aiken would have used the air one if he didn't have the cover, like stuff that he could do, because like just being in the air with a bow and arrow is kind of super badass. But like I want to be able to utilize my other stuff that I have.
Give me the fire one. I'll take the fire one.
All right. I think, Aiken, you should take the air one too, because then if someone gets close to you, you can get out of there and then shoot them. Yeah?
That is true, but I do have CQB fighter, so I don't have to worry about distance.
Okay. But then they couldn't attack you. You'd be at the advantage.
This is true. You can without provoking opportunity attacks.
I say
take
you
the
take
air
this
one.
one. I already use my bonus actions a lot anyways. I do a lot of healing words. So
you should take the earth one.
fine. I will keep this earth one. Unless anyone. Alright, I will attune.
Okay. Now, after that long spree of magical item handing out, anybody who wants to burn their hit dice, now is the time, as the short rest is coming to an end.
I used 2, got back up to full.
Wow,
Before
nice.
that happens, could I have used the bandages and such that we found
Yeah,
to make
sure.
medicine checks?
Yeah, so go ahead and D4 plus medicine for anyone who has not been bandaged up until now.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Is there any reason not to just burn all 8?
You get them every 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like you'll get half after a long rest and then half after your next long rest, which you might need them tomorrow. That's the only reason not to.
Can I roll 4 and then if it's not enough, I can roll more, or do I have to call it?
I think you can just roll as many as you want. And then if you need some more, roll some more. It's fine.
D4 plus medicine means that everyone gets 5 hit points back.
Nice.
All right.
And whatever bandages and such are left, I will pack up in my chest out of time.
Yeah. You like start collecting all these different like medicinal herbs and things as you're like trying to clean the acid burns off of Goal's face.
And you said 5 from the healing?
Yeah.
All right, well, I, for one, after the hour, am getting a little a little worked up. I'd rather, get moving again. So as I'm leaving, no questions asked, I am going to hand a potion of greater healing to Goal, to Aiken, and to Tiago. The reason I did not give one to you, Father T, is because you have healing on you, like inherently, and odds are we're probably going to be using it on you. So it wouldn't help if you had one, you couldn't use it.
Potion of greater healing.
Potion of greater healing.
Who has the resurrection potion?
Goal, I believe. I think
Can we store that? Like, please.
Resurrection potion.
Yeah, that's the yellow one that you were fucking with.
Oh, I must have been writing my shit down. I didn't catch that at all.
Greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
And then you kept one for yourself? Is that
right?
I
kept one for myself, gave 3 to the other guys.
All right.
Greater, so 4d4 plus 4.
Yep.
Confirmed.
Yes.
With that fire gem, you said it was 2d10, and it counts as a bonus action to activate on a hit, right?
Yes. But the burning effect doesn't actually fire, and then like on their turn they burn a little bit, and then the fire goes out.
Nice, I dig it.
Doctor,
Very cool.
or father.
How about both?
I plan to be in the thick of things, and am likely to be taken down sooner than anyone else. So, one of you take this. I'm gonna hand off the resurrection potion.
Recommend the doctor takes it. I can resurrect one person at the moment. Myself.
I am so far unable to resurrect, so I'll save this. Odds are I will be the last one alive if we all start to fall, so this is a good decision.
As long as it's only on one person character sheet, I'm happy. Sometimes these things seem to double, and it's like, I give you that, but it's still on mine too.
That's true. I did say, how great this campaign was earlier. I was hyping it up. The people in this party are very bad at tracking their inventory, me excluded. I'm saying this is something that you guys got to do. I'm so good at it because I know I'd fuck it up if I didn't write it all down. You guys are real bad at it. No offense.
I'm good at tracking my inventory. Tick, are you kidding me?
That's true.
I knew everything he had.
I seem to remember some shards of the Omniweaver that were just kind of floating in the ether among you all at all times.
It drove me nuts, dude. I had mine locked down.
I did not have them.
Those weren't important pieces. Like,
all right, look.
I would be like, "Who has one?" And no one would say a word. I'd be like, "Oh, you just lost
them because I gave them all to other people or hid them in their belongings."
I have always been confident.
We had that really weird, I put it on your person.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That is true. That did happen. Oh my god.
That was you guys' shenanigans. I knew. I had my Omniweaver pieces all sorted.
And I knew who
it
had
is
them.
not Garrick versus the party buddy. You were in it just as much as
no, don't put this on me. Don't put that evil on me.
I'm putting it on all of us equally.
I'm putting my ear to the door to see if that creature's out there before.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
We're having this fight in the room as the creature's trying to find us.
At some point I'm like, quiet.
We get quiet.
You said perception, 21.
21. You hear, first off, the sound of thunder off in the distance, which seems extremely strange for the moon. And then you hear this immense, sound of wind. Like sounds like a tornado outside.
Seems like there's a storm out there. I'm gonna barely crack the door to see if it's if my perception is accurate, to see storm.
Okay. You just looking to see if you see anything out there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll another perception check.
All right. 15.
Okay. You see something that looks a lot like this.
Sexy.
Wow.
Flying polyp.
A towering column of flesh, eyes, tentacles, and mouths wriggles in the air. Wild wind whips up around the creature in all directions. It's about 200 yards away, right where you saw it coalescing to begin with. It's now fully formed.
There's a giant pink fleshy thing out there. I don't know if we can get by without it seeing us. Take a look. I kind of like open the hatch a little bit more.
The hatch opens.
Can one of us get past? The rest of us,
Possibly.
the rest of us could I could imbue them with extra dexterous skills through the use of experimental drugs, of course, and then the rest of us could hide in my bag, at least for a couple of minutes, and the person who is stealthing could carry us from point A to point B, at least out of vision of that creature, and then let us back out.
You can do it. Or goal. Aiken, maybe?
I do have a potion of invisibility.
And what of that new clothes, that new piece of armor that you have?
This cloak might help. Perhaps being invisible would be more beneficial.
It's hard to beat invisible as far as hiding.
Yeah, it's true. But you can hide as well as be invisible, right?
Sure.
Well, if you would like, I could cast the invisibility. Although, if you have another option, that is, up to you.
I'm saving this potion for a rainy day. What you describe out there
Sounds like it's raining.
like a rainy day.
I suppose. Would you like to still have me imbue you with a sort of advantageous spell effect?
What do you mean?
I have supplements that I am working on, and one of the options of them is to increase your stealthiness by a good amount of a fair odd, a good percentage.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, I just realized that wasn't needed. I apologize.
save your power. I'll use this potion. You might need it later.
Okay, to pull us out of the bag, you will need to reach in and think of us, and we will come out to meet you. If you get found out, run and then pull us out when you're at a safe distance. If you are trying to pull us all out in combat, it will not go well. It takes a lot of time.
Very well.
What if I go with him? I know I won't be invisible, but probably damn near close. And that way all our eggs aren't in one basket. What do you think?
Well, would you benefit from the potion? And I will see what this cloak does, maybe with the bonus of the imbuement he speaks of.
No offense, Tiago, but if one of you gets caught, both of you get caught, our resources will be less diminished if we just let one person handle it and try to get out as fast as possible.
So sorry to interrupt. I just want to clarify one thing before we leave. Who is taking the 10,000 gold pieces? We should not forget that. I Okay, Tiago took some, but does anyone mind if I just put the rest in my chest so we don't forget about it?
Sounds
I
perfect.
just want to make sure we don't walk away without it.
How much is a platinum worth?
10 gold.
Okay,
All right, so however much Tiago doesn't take, I will just put in my chest so we at least have it.
All right, Tiago, how much are you taking?
I took 50 platinum pieces. So 500 gold worth.
Okay. So there's still a lot. What, 9,500? Something like that?
Yeah, sounds like it, yeah.
All right, now back to the plan. I am of no use here. Sorry.
Not to be pushy, but recently I feel as if we have fallen into a pattern of overthinking and not executing. And I feel as if in this moment, despite it being a dangerous situation that requires consideration, we should just go. We should just
look
try
at Goal.
something.
He's right. And Goal, don't fuck this up. And I'm gonna jump in the bag.
And I'm gonna say, God, I am such a good leader for this team. I'm so glad I stepped into this role.
Step into the bag.
But, alright, I'll do it on my own time. Don't boss me around. Oh! Everybody hold your breath. There's not a whole lot of oxygen to go around in there. Go, move quick. I'll hop in the bag.
I'm going to drink the potion while everybody's getting in the bag.
Okay. I assume Aiken, Father T, you're both bagging yourselves. You're all bagged. How long can they survive in said bag?
I was just about to tell you, since there are 4 people in here, there's 10 minutes of oxygen per person, so 2.5 minutes we can last.
Okay, good to know. 2.5 minutes. Goal, you drink this potion, you are now invisible, as are all of your friends within your invisible bag.
All right. Well, I'm going to move post-haste to get up the ladder, out the hatch,
All right.
past this Hellraiser-looking thing.
Climbing these stone steps, you start to hear the wind whipping up around you. You see this thing like flying from one side to another, moving through the streets, just tearing the place to bits, the whole time shrieking as thunder cracks overhead. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. With advantage, since you're invisible.
$17.
17. Moving up and toward it, you see it just like cackling and murmuring to itself. It's just flying around in circles. You just sort of like creep around the side of it, and as you do, you see it like look over in your direction, all the eyes transfixing on your approximate location. And then it turns the other way. You walk by, put 300, 400 feet between you and it. Do you release your friends from their bag?
Yeah, once I feel like there's enough distance and it's safe, I will definitely release them. I will put the bag down, and then I will think of each person one at a time and reach in and grab their hand, hold them out.
Okay, easy enough to do. You're all freed and on the other side of the 16 passive perception creature.
Oh,
really
my
close
God,
one.
Oh, mama. See,
That
this is
would've
why
been
I love
bad.
it.
I even queued up this epic, like, Moonlight Sonata song because I thought you were going to fight it.
See, this is why we just gotta do stuff. If we would have sat around and planned the whole thing and would have rolled below a 16, it would have fallen apart. We just did a thing, rolled well, and then we did it.
Man, if he engaged me, you guys would have been screwed.
Yep.
That's why I didn't want to be in the bag.
Oh, get up! You're gonna be in the bag and you're gonna like it.
Anyway, as you all now are approaching the center of the spiral, you see a gorge opening up all around this central crater. There's just this crevasse, and you see 4 bridges that cross it. One not too far from you, but it looks ancient, suspended by 2 brittle ropes. A few pieces missing here and there. The old timber, obviously, seeing better days. The crevasse is about 100 feet across and looks to be more than that down.
The bridge, you said there's 4 bridges.
Mm-hmm.
To where? Like the middle?
To the lip of this crater.
Oh, shit.
We are close.
4 bridges are
Is
like...
the
Would we have to take all 4 of them to get to the center point?
No, there are 4 different bridges,
Gotcha.
roughly cardinal direction located sort of thing,
Okay.
that all go into the central crater.
If the one nearest to us, I would like to examine, perhaps using my expertise that my proficiency in smithing tools would have granted me, to understand the structural capacity of this bridge, and if it could theoretically hold 5 people.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check using your expertise.
I'm gonna
is the
use that as much as I
creature
can.
still staring with its eye gaze?
At this point, you're quite a ways past it. You don't see it anymore. Oh, you mean the central creature?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
A 22
Stay
on
down.
that bridge.
22? It's hard to say just by, visually inspecting it, but you would guess it could probably hold all 5 of you as long as you're not on, like, a single plank together. The planks seem to be the weak point. The ropes seem more or less stable. But whether or not some of those planks might fall out from underneath of you, it's anybody's guess.
Right.
Sweet.
May I suggest... Oh,
No, you got it.
may I suggest we all once again convene in the bag of holding, and one person, perhaps the doctor, as he seems to be able to float weightlessly upon will, should he fall, carry us across the bridge.
To be fair, I could make all of us float like that. Actually, that's not true. I cannot make, and I point to my steel defender, and I point to... Oh, wait, where is, your...
Proteus?
Proteus, thank you. Is he strapped to you?
He's on my dog carrier. Nice. He's on
Okay.
my chest.
So I could go him. Maybe I could try to hold my dog too. But yes, it's five people I could prevent. I figure that is how we are going to get down there at all. It seems to be very deep.
I do have this too, and I point to the stone the air stone that I attached to my bow. I can fly myself as well.
In a case of an emergency. However, I have examined the weak points on this bridge, and I shall instruct us as we go on where to step, who steps where, weight distribution. I will have it all figured out as we go along.
As you're having this conversation, you see the light sweep over you once more. You all sort of like instinctively duck out of the way. And then you see this huge central creature still spanning the entirety of this crater. I mean, the tentacle's now pretty close to you. Turns invisible.
The whole thing?
What?
The whole thing.
Oh, scheiße.
The light still looking all around.
I will go first. Tell me where to go, where to step, Doctor.
And I would like to do so, based upon what I had discovered from my insights.
Are you following along with him on the bridge?
Yeah, I'll be behind him far enough away, and then I'll tell people, like, as we walk far enough so like that the weight's not affected, I'll be like, next person, and I'll tell them where to step and whatnot.
Okay, Goal, are you moving quickly?
No, more carefully, I think. Since I'm going to have to go by his guidance, I'm only going to be able to go so quick.
Okay. You begin the slow and rather arduous process of crossing the 100-foot bridge. You move half your speed as you're trying to move carefully. I assume you're also going to dash this turn, so you'll move your entire speed of 30 feet. Everyone slowly making their way. You're all spaced around 5 feet apart. Roll a percentile die.
Me?
Yep.
Aiken, if that thing gets a beat on them, you put an arrow in its eye, and then take cover.
94.
They're moving.
94. The bridge seems to be holding up as best as you could wish, and honestly, you're impressed with the overall structural integrity of the timber. You find yourself about 30% across the bridge with no significant incidents so far. The rest of you, copying his footfalls as best you can, are having good luck. You go again, still moving at a cautious pace.
Yep.
You move another 30 feet. Roll another percentile die.
Yeah, I'm limited to this amount of space he can move unless I'm almost carrying him. Because I can move 45 feet, but he can probably only move 30, right?
Correct.
Okay. 41.
41. This time, as you're stepping forward, you feel one board that's been untied through the years, the rope slowly spinning out of place. As you step onto it, roll a dexterity saving throw as it slides out from under your foot.
24.
24. Very dexterously, you sort of initially step and you sort of like push off just enough to get your other foot forward. Not a huge issue. You continue on. The rest of you, still following his footsteps, still doing all right. You're all still 5 foot spaced, so at this point, goal is 60 feet across, so 60%. The rest of you, 5 feet. And can I get a marching order now?
I am in the rear, unless someone else would
Nice.
like to be in the rear. But that is my preferred spot, the rear.
Mine too.
So you're about 40 feet across the bridge.
I would go as far to say that Aiken would be in the rear because of his ranged complexes.
Then I am second to the rear.
Okay.
Sounds cool. And I'll help guide Father T, and if I see any, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not quite in the front. I'll probably be dead center. So if I see anything, I'll try to guide him as well. But yeah, I agree. I wouldn't want Father T in the back.
Goal and my Steel Defender are both in front of me. My Steel Defender is a little bit faster than me and a little bit slower than Goal, so it's perfect for being in the middle.
Perfect. Goal.
And he's
Another
cat.
percentile die, please.
75.
Oh, that's great.
75. You see this beast that covers the center of the crater that now you're getting quite close to turn invisible and just blast one of the bridges that you're not on with its light. It sort of like shudders and then like lowers itself a little bit. You see these massive, crooked and twisted tentacles holding it, perching it up on this huge crater. I mean, this thing must be. You guessed that most of the tentacles are at least 30 feet long.
When
The
he does
creature
that,
has
I'm
to
going to
be
kind of hunker down
100
and pull my
feet
hand
tall.
back, like freeze for a moment,
Right.
kind of the military. And then if he...
You're now just 10 feet from the edge of the bridge.
I'll continue as long as the light doesn't, look right at us.
Yep. Roll another D100.
Like, slowly turn, still gripping the bridge, kind of looking back at Aiken, like you better shoot that thing if it, like, looks at us.
Is it
80.
invisible still?
Oh, that's right.
No, so it turned
Oh,
visible when
okay.
it like did this blast. And you saw like the ripples of it. What was your roll?
85.
Very nice rolling. You step up onto the precipice of the crater. So you were 10 feet away, so that would put the furthest person 30 feet away. What's your movement speed, Father T? Or I'm sorry, Aiken's the furthest away. What's your movement speed, Aiken? 30? Okay, so you have now all made your way onto the precipice of this crater, and you can look down inside of it. You're on this platform about 10 feet wide that spans the entirety of the edge, I guess, of the crater, and looking down into it, you see this spiral carved into the surface of the moon. eventually leading to what looks like. I have such a vivid image in my head, but I'm having a hard time explaining it. So it's like, like the overlapping plates that, like, when they open, like in like a circular shape, almost like some portals open, like all these different
Like a
overlapping
camera
metal
lens.
plates. Yeah, it's like that. There's something slowly opening at the bottom, and you can see within it a twisting spiral of some sort of portal down below. But by far, the most important thing in your vision is this gigantic's not the right word, gargantuan, red, blobby creature holding itself on the edges of this, its glowing eye searching, looking around. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kind of put my head over my shoulder, Father T, or Doctor. What do
Goal.
you
It is you're the Moonwalker. It's your blade that will do the sealing and destroying. Do you know what to do?
How far down is the portal?
If, like, straight down, it's maybe 50 feet, but actually walking there would probably be like 70 feet, just because you're sort of at this incline.
Stand back, Doctor.
All right, be safe. And then I'm gonna take a couple steps back.
Safe's not what I intend.
Ugh. Having worked in a lab my whole life, I just shake my head like OSHA's gonna have a field day with these with these things, man.
So at the same time, I am going to put both my hands on my sword, and I'm going to kind of plunge off chest first, and I'm going to draw my sword while I jump and go sword first down towards the portal.
Okay. So you just leap.
What the fuck is he doing?
Okay, roll a strength check.
I told him to be safe.
Are we still on the bridge, or are we all off the bridge?
No, we're on the bridge. Goal.
Okay.
Just took
No,
a
no,
look.
you're on the precipice. So you all left the bridge.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And roll a stealth check, please, with disadvantage, since you're leaping through the air.
Can I use my reaction as he's leaping through the air to? I don't know how I would flavor it. I would like to use my ability Flash of Genius that gives him a bonus to that stealth roll.
Am I still invisible?
That's a good question.
It took a while to cross that bridge. Was it only a minute?
It's an hour.
I mean, it only took like 12 seconds to cross the bridge. I mean, you guys were, 18 seconds. I think you would still be invisible, yeah.
The only 2 points maybe that argue against it is I am attacking the portal technically, and I drew my sword, which I don't know if the light of the sword is going to kind of fuck with that.
No, I think you'd still be invisible during your plunge here. Yeah, I'll say you can use your stroke of genius or whatever it is on him if you'd like.
So then there's no indication he's going to jump?
No, he's invisible. You have no idea what's happening. No.
Okay.
I'm going to say my be safe, as I don't know what he's doing or where he's going is going to be my... so whatever that stealth roll is, it is going to get +5.
So it's with advantage or just a regular stealth
With advantage and +5.
Well, didn't you say the stealth check was at disadvantage?
Oh, yeah, so it just cancels out to a normal roll. My bad.
7.
7.
What?
With the +5.
Cool.
Very nice. So as you leap up into the air, this creature with true sight, not overly worried about your invisibility, is going to just lash out with one of its tentacles, attempting to grapple you, strength to strength. Oh boy. Roll strength check, go.
Oh man.
Is this before I jump?
This is as you're jumping into the air, it just like lashes out and grabs you.
Is this too fast to like react at all?
Yes.
Okay.
He's invisible. So
is Goal visible yet?
Where's Goal?
No, Goal's invisible.
Fuck.
I haven't rolled yet. So I'm going to say that what the doctor hears is I say, safe is not what I have in mind. And he hears me go, and the bridge probably kind of kicks back a little bit with my force. 9.
Okay, it grabs you up, and now you all see Goal turn visible within the grasp of this creature. As its like gaze centers on you, its one eye almost seems to twist into the same spiral formulation as it blasts you with this energy that comes from its eye. That is a wisdom saving throw for you.
Can I use my flash of genius again? If a new, like, it counts as like a, if enough time has passed for me to gain my reaction back?
Sure.
I'm gonna say, don't look at the light! As if that's new information to you, but you can get another +5.
Oh. Then that is 23.
23. You like glance away as this light, like you feel the heat of it in this proximity, and you start to wonder what the effects would be at this range should it hit you with that. Probably significantly more intense than the further away version. But luckily, since you passed save, there is no effect, and we will all roll initiative.
Fuck.
Goddamn.
I was hoping not to fight this thing.
Unfortunate that you are currently invisible. Like,
No, he just
He's not
turned
visible anymore.
visible when got
he's now
blasted.
visible. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the last time he turned invisible, I also couldn't see him, and even when I was trying to help him, I'm like, thought I was gonna be reliving that nightmare, but we're back. It's okay.
Yeah. Brief reminder: if you guys want to remember what this gigantic
Yeah,
creature looks like.
Absolute beauty.
How big is the eye?
The eye is very large. Probably in the neighborhood of like, I don't know, 7 feet in diameter. It's like bigger than you. All right, I got a 4 for Father T.
14 for Tiago.
14 for Tiago.
9 for Aiken.
Got a 9 for Aiken. Goal.
Does it matter if I roll a natural 1?
It does.
I rolled a natural 1.
And I got an 11.
11. Wow, you guys have had some really low initiatives recently. But I'm not complaining, as I will go first. Okay, so it's got you grappled here. Well, let's see if it gets its blast back. And it does. And it is just going to like lift Goal to the side and laser blast directly at Aiken. Aiken, wisdom saving throw.
$20, not natural.
Oh, very close, but just enough. As you like look up, glancing away at the last second, you feel the light like envelop you, and it's almost like a brief moment of being in a tanning bed as you feel your skin begin to blister under the heat and energy of it. But no immediate effects, quite luckily for you. So that was the Urichar's turn. Tiago, you're up.
I'm just gonna stab this thing, because that's what I can do, I guess.
Okay, so you're just gonna stab one of the tentacles that are like grabbing onto the ledge?
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm just gonna stab down basically at the tentacle with the. Oh, does that dagger regain its charges upon a long rest, or is it just per dawn?
Per dawn.
Get dawn. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I marked that I used 2 of them, but I felt like I used all 3 of them. Do you remember distinctly me using all 3 of them?
No, but I mean...
Okay, I can't remember, because I marked that I'd used 2 of them. I just didn't want to... Yeah, I don't want to cheat.
No, you're good.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use the Dragon Slayer blade actually.
Yeah. I will say this will
I'm
not be sneak
assuming-
attack since you have no one threatening it.
Gotcha, because Dan's goal's grappled. Okay, gotcha. Well, in that case, so I'll use the Dragon Slayer Blade without the sneak attack. So that'll be a 19 to hit.
No, 19 is the natural armor of this creature.
Guys, oh no, you. Okay. Holy crap. I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Aiken advantage on his next attack, and I just kind of like, as I like kind of the sword bounces off the rubber of this thing, I'm just gonna like look at Aiken and say, Aiken, the eye, and that'll be my bonus action.
Perfect. You gonna stay where you are, Tiago? You moving?
If you think it would opportunity attack me if I scamper away? I didn't do that with that. That would be a bonus action.
You don't think? I mean, you don't think it's currently threatening you? You could probably, if you wanted to, scamper way back down the bridge, or the tentacles that it's using to grab on are so thick that you think you could try and run up them.
Yeah, I might start doing that. Just climbing up the creature if I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I might try to do that actually.
It's not at all like a solid. It's very like amorphous, and as you step into it, you can feel like the skin like bends and contorts to your body as like each step you feel like a splash of something underneath. It's like walking on a waterbed. But you make some progress climbing up toward the central mass of the creature.
I'm gonna use my like sword and dagger to like reverse grip to like kind of just like grip the thing as I like kind of scamper up it as well. So
nice. All right, so that's Tiago, Dr. Siegfried.
Would I be closer to Goal and Tiago and like the fray with that monster if I were to stay up here on the lip or go into the crater?
Hard to say. I mean, you'd probably be closer to at least Tiago and Goal if you walked into the crater a ways, though you're also getting further below them. So, I don't know. Why do you ask? I guess.
To my flash of genius, I need to be within 30 feet. Just like
you're still well within 30 feet of both of them. The tentacle that Tiago was like running across is 30 feet long. So the creature's only like 30 feet away from you.
Okay, sweet. Then I'll stay where I'm at for now. And I see how difficult this thing is to hit, so I am going to take out a quick little like dart launcher thing that I have into my gauntlet, and I am going to cast Fairy Fire, and as I do so I need him to make a dexterity, the monster to make a dexterity saving throw. It is a 20-foot square, and I'm going to put it on like the middle of it, so like Goal and Tiago are still like out of the range because they're, you know, out at the reach of these tentacles, so I'm going to put it on the center of him.
Mm-hmm. It is effectively immobile, so it automatically fails your dexterity saving.
Oh shit! Sweet. That means we have so what happens is the dart just like this little tiny dart hits this gigantic fucking creature, and it is filled. The dart itself is filled with a homebrew poison concoction that causes his skin to like kind of turn almost translucent, and it's like just like battery acid and stuff that just makes him really susceptible to hits now.
Very nice.
You guys get advantage as long as I maintain concentration. So that is my action, and then I will use my bonus action to... Is the tentacle still there for my Steel Defender to run across? Alright, I'm going to have my Steel Defender run across that tendril as well, and he has a 40-foot movement speed, so can he get to like the center of this beast, or like near the
Yeah, okay. The bulk of it.
The bulk of it, thank you, the mass.
He gets there.
Sweet. As he runs up, he is going to give his best distraction effort to hopefully get something away from Goal here. He is going to just dig on in with his steel trap, and he's going to roll with advantage because of the, thing. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 hits, yes.
It's going to be a tight little 6 force damage.
Very nice.
Would you like to do this?
Okay.
Do I... Yeah, with my 6 force damage.
Yeah.
Do I get my reaction back on my turn or at the start of the initiative order?
On your turn.
Okay, sweet. So my and my Steel Defender's reactions are good to go as of now.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. I will pass the turn after that.
Alright, and it will use its first legendary action, seemingly unperturbed by the very minor damage it undertook, and is going to use it to crush Goal. And that is going to do a lot of damage.
Is that tentacle like? Is there a way we can reach that tentacle that's got Goal?
Certainly possible. That's going to be 32 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Goal, as it just squishes you. That's its first legendary action of the round, and Aiken, it's your turn. You have advantage on your first strike.
Nice. And the advantage from Fairy
And
Fire.
that's correct.
How
And
far
the
is
advantage from my thing as well.
Well, I
If
already
you do
included that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
How far is the eyeball?
It's about 45 feet away from you. You know, the angle.
Okay, then
Hypotenuse.
that does change what I'm gonna do. Is the tentacles, like, traveling on them considered difficult terrain at all? Or are they just like...
Not so difficult that it impairs your movement, but it's certainly not like easy terrain.
Okay, cool. So then that definitely... So I'm gonna take cover with the improv thing that I do, like the stealth check. And I'm gonna like dodge like next to it, one of its own tentacles, to like see if I can, get that stealth bonus.
Roll a stealth check.
The total is 27.
Okay, you do not think that it knows where you are.
And on that same exact note, I'm going to shoot at its eyeball from this cover.
Okay, I will say calling your shot will give you disadvantage, though you have many advantages, so you'll probably be okay.
Yeah. So I have the cover for advantage, Tiago, Fairy Fire.
So roll 3 dice.
Okay. Just for the first one, and then I'm going to shoot twice. So then, do I roll 3 dice again for the second one?
Just the, actually, I think it'd just be a single roll. Because you lose your hidden nature, and you lose the one from Tiago.
Do I lose the Fairy Fire?
No, but it cancels out a disadvantage that you would have by your aiming directly at the eye.
Right. Okay. The first attack is a very nice natural 20 with the 3.
That is very nice.
And the second attack is a total of 19, so right at the armor class.
All right, so that will not unfortunately hit.
Cool. Let me roll this.
Don't forget to double all your dice on that shot there.
Right. And then... Well, this isn't that good. Despite not... I mean, when I don't have the sworn enemy, I definitely lose out on a lot of dice. I also have compound barrage that adds a d6. That's like the worst nat 20 I've ever rolled. I think it's a 7. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, how?
Well, I got 2 d8s, and I don't have any other dice, and I get a d6 for the natural 20 for the compound barrage.
I will say, however, though, as you do strike it in the eye with the natural 20, you see like the light that was emanating from it retract for a moment. It seems it will not be able to use its special attack, at least for a moment.
Nice. And on the same exact note, with the tentacles that are attached to the lip that we're on, how, just like by leaning up against it, how like embedded are they? Like, are they not moving?
No, he's like moving them around and stuff. Like they seem to be,
Okay, gotcha.
He seems to be able to move.
Yeah. Then after I let the arrows fly, I'm gonna have Proteus attack the tentacle that's right next to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. That's a 16. Does he get advantage for the fairy fire?
He does.
Yeah.
God, dude, that fairy fire is putting in work already. I'm proud.
That it is. Yeah, it was lower.
Okay. So that was Aiken's turn. It will use its second legendary action to do a tentacle attack against you, Aiken. The tentacle that was like just sitting there that you're like whacking at just goes up and tries to grab you.
I am going to have my Steel Defender use his reaction to invoke disadvantage on this roll.
Does it also get disadvantage for being blinded?
No, it has True Sight, Passive Perception 19. It doesn't need to see it. It will take the disadvantage from the Steel Defender though, and that might make a difference. It's made a 17.
Armor class is 16.
Okay, so still does land. The tentacle grabs you there. It's going to do 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and it grapples you. All right, that's its second legendary action of the round. And Father T, it's your turn.
I don't like you guys.
Yes. Is there any way with my movement that I can position to a space where I am within 30 feet of everyone?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say that you're currently within 30 feet of everyone.
Oh, great. Then I will slam my staff on the ground, and as I do, this like metal plates open on the top, and the breach begins. This tiny black orb starts spinning. This black lightning is going to crack out of it, and it's going to strike all of my allies. I will become a beacon of hope, which means they have advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and regain the maximum hit points possible from any healing.
All right, and is that a concentration spell?
It is a concentration spell.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Yes, I will. With my bonus action, Goal got crushed, right?
Yes.
I will healing word him. So he will be regaining 8 points of healing.
Nice, thank you.
8 points delivered up for Goal there. Very nice. All right. Anything else, RG? All right. At that point, it will use its third and final legendary action of the round to once again crush Goal.
Ow.
Goal, how you looking?
That's 18 points
like
of bludgeoning damage.
I guess I should ask after this happens. Theoretically, how long would it take for a person to take off, give another person, and for them to put on robes?
I mean, more than a few seconds.
Damn. Maybe if you like just throw on, like just stick your head through the neck hole, maybe it would work. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We should
I have a third of my hit points, so I'm looking pretty. My face is all red, and I'm kind of bleeding where the tentacles are touching me.
Is he's in the grasp of tentacle? Is it like lifted upwards, or is it like near the ground?
It's like I mean, it's not upwards, but it's like over the air, since Goal was literally leaping in the air when he got grabbed.
I don't know if I can get to you.
But like Aiken, for example, is grabbed, but he's still standing where he was. He's just grabbed by the creature.
If I'm grappled, I can still make attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, it's your turn.
Okay. So I had my sword out. Can I say that it grappled me and I still had my hands and my holding my sword?
Yep.
Or okay. So I'm just going to plunge the sword in for the first attack.
You have advantage because of the fairy fire.
I just want to ask again, is it possible to blind this creature? Like, can it be under the blinded condition? Like, I know it has true sight, but isn't that, like, if you were to blind it, like, does it lose its sense of, like, seeing? Like, does that make
can
sense?
Be blinded.
Oh, it can be blinded? Okay,
yes.
Cool. Then I know exactly what I'm going to do next time.
What all do I get because of that? Just advantage on attacks?
Yep, just advantage on attacks.
Okay. So then that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll take him.
Okay. I'm gonna get the right dice here. Oh no, that's the wrong one. So that's 10 points of damage from the sword for the first attack. And oh shit, I don't know. I'm gonna use a key point to try to stun him with stunning strike. So that's a con save for him versus 14.
All right, he got a 32.
Oh. I'm thinking that
So close.
his bonus is
Pretty
probably
close.
going to prevent that from working at all. Shit.
I mean, the only way he could fail is if he rolled a natural 1. And numerically, he would still succeed, but it's still fair because it's natural 1.
Yeah. Maybe I'll play this. Huh?
I said, damn.
Yeah.
Right. Not Dan. Damn.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to activate my Eldritch Claw. I'm going to say it almost kind of went out of sight, out of mind, and I'm like getting effed up, and I'm just going to like reach up and stab, and when I do, this claw thing is going to be like and reach out and attack.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, nothing.
Okay. So then that does.
Well, I think it will not affect this round since you just activated it. Every subsequent attack will have the effect.
Oh, I thought it was a bonus. Okay.
All right. So it's a bonus action to activate it, and then for the next minute, all attacks have this effect.
Got it. Okay. Well, I get 2 attacks, so it'll be activated next round. It'll be going. Okay. So my second attack.
Again with advantage.
Yeah, 12. I rolled 2 3s.
Unfortunate. So yeah, not quite able to make that land. So that is the end of the round, bringing my Urachar back up. And it is going to use all... well, hold on. So it's got 2 grappled now, so it will use its remaining 3 tentacle attacks on the remaining 3 of you who are not currently grappled. First, Tiago, as you're running, you see like basically the tentacle around you like flip over and just like wrap around you in an attempt to grapple you. That's pretty crap to hit. 15, Tiago?
Negatory.
You like leap out of the way as it like wraps around, like landing on top of it, like running down the tentacle as best you can.
Coming, embrace, and then kind of like leap. Perfect timing.
All right, next one will be against Dr. Siegfried. That's a lot better. That's like a 28 to hit.
Fuck. I cannot resist that, unfortunately.
16 points of bludgeoning damage as it like grabs you, smacking you as it does with its gigantic tentacle here.
16, which means 52.
Yes, sir.
I need to roll concentration save of 8 or 10. Plus con is plus 5. I got just a 10, so.
Oh, very nice. And then its final attack will be against Father T, and that is a 16 to hit you, Father T.
Yep.
Fuck.
Wait, what's your max? What's your max hit points?
What is it, like 20?
It's 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you, and then you are as well grappled. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
Constitution, in addition to the concentration, or is it for
No,
that?
just for that. Though I will say you sound like you may be under like a lot of water or very far away. I'm not sure what's going on there, but
your audio is kind of funky.
Well, if you get a chance, look into that.
I will try and fix it. Is this better?
Much
There you
better.
Yeah.
I maintain concentration.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, so now you are all grappled by the creature, which is quite fun.
Am I grappled?
Oh, sorry. Everyone who it hit, so
Ah.
not you, Diago.
And not the
Uh,
Steel Defender, so.
Not the Steel Defender. This is true. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult the Steel Defender there.
I mean, he's doing that 6 force damage a turn, okay? He deserves
You're
strength.
damn right. Right. Tiago, it is now your turn as you have just narrowly escaped being grabbed by this creature, and it is like the tentacle you're running on is like moving now, so that's been quite annoying. What would you like to do?
How far away is the tentacle that Goal is on? Like, is there a way I can reasonably get to that tentacle specifically? I wanted to attack that in hopes to release Goal, maybe.
Oh, certainly. I mean, you could jump up and attack it right now.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm gonna pull out the little demon dagger thing, and I was gonna say earlier that I put the gem that I had, the fire gem, on that dagger.
Oh, cool.
Probably like at the reverse of the hilt, so that it kind of almost has a counterbalance to it. So it's kind of like weighted funny, like almost like it has a curvature to it or something.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna like leap up and like just try to like stick the dagger in the muscle as deep as I can to do that. So
with
would
advantage.
I get oh yeah, with advantage. Okay, tight. So I get the sneak attack if it hits. We'll see.
And I will be sitting and staring at these attacks and ready to use my inspiring tips of intelligence if necessary.
15 does not hit, correct?
Correct.
I will
What about a
use
22?
my... Wait, did you roll... Was that a second... Is that your second attack, or are you rolling with advantage?
My second roll, that was my with advantage. It was a 22. Will that hit?
Yes.
22 of it. Okay, perfect. Okay. Alright, pulling up the intrawebs here to roll some die. Wow. Okay. That does 26 points of damage, and then I'll roll the 2d10, right? You said 2d10 for the fire?
Yes, but it will not affect it until its turn. So it just catches on fire.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, so should I even roll for that right now or not?
Nope, just wait until its turn and just remind me whenever we get there.
Okay. Okay, so did you get that damage for the dagger then? The sneak attack?
I did.
And everything? Okay.
Yes.
And then I will use my bonus action to kind of like look over at Goal, and I'm just gonna like have the dagger, like I'm gonna be pulling the muscle to just try to like just separate the flesh from bone if there is any, to just weaken this arm. And I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, "You get down there and you close that portal." And I'm just gonna I'm gonna like use my body weight to pull on this muscle to try to like release Goal.
Yeah, there's definitely like no bone. It's just like it's like stabbing into an oyster, just a big, juicy oyster. That said, you do feel like you've done a bit of damage to it here, and in response, it is going to crush Goal. So that's good.
Look what you did!
Oh, and that was my bonus action, so Goal will have advantage on his next turn.
Very nice.
Unless he's
Goal,
doing
that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Ow.
I don't
And
like
Dr.
it.
Siegfried, your turn.
Fuck. I'm stuck. Would it be an action to try to break out of this thing?
It would be, yes.
There's no goddamn way I'm beating this thing on acrobatics or athletics. That's
Well,
just a fact.
it's just a base escape DC if you want to try it. Up to you. I mean, I'll even tell you
if
it's 17.
It's an action, right?
Yep.
So it's 17 I need to get. So I can use my flash of genius on myself, and I have a +1. So I need to roll an 11 to get out of here.
Good for not getting crushed.
If I get hit again, though, I'm gonna be real pissed. I'm gonna cry, and you don't want to see a man cry, do you, Logan? Don't want to see a grown man cry.
We'll see.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to break out, and
Okay,
I'm
are
going to
you-
use. Well, I'll wait to use my flash of genius in case maybe I roll something crazy.
Are you doing acrobatics or athletics? To escape?
Acrobatics, which is a +1.
Very nice.
Almost rolled with the wrong die. That would have been embarrassing. I needed to roll an 11 plus everything to succeed. I only rolled a 10, which will net me an 11, so I'm not going to use my flash of genius, and I will take the 11.
Okay. You are not able to get free.
Yep, and that was my whole ass action to still be. God damn it. I will command my Steel Defender to specifically attack the limb that is holding Goal.
Okay.
He got Jesus. Even with advantage, he still fucking got nothing. Oh wait, maybe 18. It's 19.
Unfortunately, not. Yep. But as you're wriggling and writhing, attempting to escape, it's going to crush you. So
I would expect nothing less. I would hope it crushes me.
That's what you want, right?
I wanted that.
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Forget about it. 20 will bring me to 32.
Not one.
I will roll a concentration on my
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
Logan,
oh.
is the crush
A lot. 20 something.
Okay.
Is the crush an active action it's taking, or is it passive as a result of being grappled?
It's a legendary action that it's doing. So it's something. It's like, oh, you're trying to run away. Let me squeeze you.
Cool. I just wanted to know. It might influence my turn.
Very nice. So that was Dr. Siegfried. It is Aiken, who is now also grappled.
Yes. Can I have my animal companion try to assist me in breaking free?
Yeah, it bites and tears, does whatever it can to try and get you out. It's probably very maneuverable since it's mostly just some bones.
Nice. I'm gonna roll. Can I roll with acrobatics to try to escape?
You may, with advantage.
Very nice. 24.
Yeah, not a problem for you. You slide out of it and backflip off of it back onto this ledge. Proteus leaps onto your body into his little holder again.
Do I not have my movement? Is that...
You still have your movement if you'd like to move.
I want to get as close as I can to its eyeball, running up the tentacle.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you can, run up all the way to, the body of the creature. The eyeball's pretty high up, though.
What my end goal is, I want to pick up, some rocks or something, because I can use, I can blind it. You do take a bonus action to attempt to blind it.
Okay, yeah, you can
By
definitely do
just
that.
throwing rocks at its eyes.
Sure.
And it must make a dex save, or be blinded until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, it automatically fails dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, you fat fuck.
I use my legendary pocket sand on this massive creature.
Fistful of Ash.
Right.
Okay, so it's blinded for a turn?
Yes, so everybody has advantage on attack rolls, I think.
All right. You see it like rear back and like shake a little bit trying to get this dust out of its eye. Definitely not happy about that. And in its frustration, it will squeeze Father T.
Fuck.
Its answer for most things is crush.
Yeah.
Its
will
attack
save
rolls
you
also
the
have
trouble
disadvantage
and
as
say
well.
I am down.
It is 20 points of bludgeoning damage, so I assume you are indeed down.
And Beacon of Hope is out.
20. I am not instantly dead.
Good.
Christ, the fact that was even a possibility at this point.
Yeah, that's why I asked earlier. I was like, didn't this thing deal out like 30 damage to goal in one hit?
Yeah, it rolled
It could
spectacularly on
easily
that.
kill Father T. Yeah.
It also has disadvantage on its attack rolls, I should say. So I know the legendary is like reactive, but
Yeah, it just doesn't have to roll when it's already got you. Squeezing. Yeah, you all hear Father T just sort of like let out a little whimper as he's crushed to death. Well, at least to unconsciousness.
I'd get to you if I could. Sorry.
You like hear his ribs just snapping under the pressure of the creature. It's a very unpleasant experience. That was...
Guys, we're in trouble.
yeah, we're about to get TPK.
Yeah,
Aiken,
I'm fucking stuck.
Oh, yeah. Father T, it is your turn for a death save.
I should mention my concentration is broken, if that was not
Correct.
obvious. Which means I do not have advantage on this death save, unfortunately.
So
14.
my
Success.
well, for future reference, my Flash of Genius says when myself or a creature within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw, I can add my intelligence modifier as a reaction. Can that be for death saving throws?
Sure, why not?
It doesn't, like Bardic Inspiration or like something that would give that sort of bonus specifies that it has to hear you, but Flash of Genius does not specify that they need to hear you.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Just that I can see them.
Yes. So, one success. It is out of legendary actions, I believe, so that'll bring up goal.
Okay, what do I need to do to escape?
You can make either an acrobatics or athletics check, and you have to hit 17 is the escape DC.
Not advantage to do so. For me,
Advantage?
at least. For my, like,
can you...
I cast 8 on him for whatever he
Okay.
decides to do.
Yep, so that would give you advantage.
I am also at the ready in case he needs it for a +5.
24.
Not a problem. Is that strength or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay, so you like basically squirm out of it and eventually like find your way through like a little bit of like monk jujitsu, fighting and like wrestling your way on top of the tentacle here.
Can I say I would like to, if I can be released from it, I want to jump or fall or flip
out the bottom,
just so that I fall towards the portal.
Yeah, you are currently free falling.
Okay.
Very nice. Anything as a bonus action?
Yeah. I'm going to use the key point to use patient defense to dodge if he was to attack me while I was falling.
Probably a good idea.
Very cool.
Takes fire damage from being burned. If you'd like to roll that 2d10.
Okay. Good with me. 4 plus 4. Ocho.
Understood. Alrighty. It is currently
Ocho
blinded.
de la Fuega.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It is blinded. However, it will still make its attacks on those that it does not currently have grappled. So with disadvantage first at goal.
My Steel Defender is going to come in, use his reaction to give double disadvantage on goal.
Okay. That will be a 15 to hit you goal. All right. The second attack, also with disadvantage, but just single disadvantage, will be against Tiago. Wow. 14. Oh no, 15, Tiago.
No.
Okay. The third and final attack will be against Aiken. Much better. 24, Aiken.
Barely.
All right, Aiken, it re-grapples you and does 21 points of bludgeoning damage. It just grips you. All right, that is its turn, and it is Tiago.
How far away am I from the eyeball? Like, actually, is Father T's down and grappled, right?
Yes.
Could I reach Father T
Don't
if I
worry
try to
about
get
me.
him?
I'm fine.
Yeah, you could run to Father T. You can just literally run on the tentacle that's grappling him over to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and if this thing wriggles, I'll try to like hold on to it, like stick my dagger in, kind of crawl my way to him, and I'm gonna feed him the potion of greater healing that I have. I'll get him back in the fight.
Easy enough to do. Go ahead and roll the 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned or the new-fashioned way. 4d4. So that'll be 13.
Okay, Father T, you feel immensely better as you wake back up from unconsciousness, though your ribs are definitely still shattered.
Do I have a moment to say something to Tiago?
Sure.
Oh, Tiago, there is no way I'm getting out of this grapple. At all. So, the best thing you can do is kill this creature before it kills me.
Does that cost a full action for me to like bring him back?
It does.
To feed him the potion, right? Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm just gonna use my bonus action to kind of like look at him, still like holding this tentacle, and just say, "I know you'll find a way to help us out." And I'm gonna like give him advantage on whatever his next action is, whether that be a saving throw or whatever aid does. I can't remember. I think it's attacks and ability checks or something.
I mean, are you using aid or?
That's what it's called, right? Isn't it?
That's a spell. Are you talking about help action?
Help. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say because I have a spell called aid, and that is not what that does. So I was confused. I got something wrong.
It's probably. I'm gonna look it up.
Well,
help
anyway.
action as a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay. So you help out Father T here. That is your turn, and it will use its first legendary action to use a tentacle attack this time, as it wants to get goal. It does have disadvantage. Also, I forgot that you have your defensive stance or whatever. What does that do?
Dodge, right?
Or dodge, or whatever the hell you call it.
Yeah. It's I just take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Yeah, but what's the dodge action do? Is it another disadvantage for me?
I think that's what it is. It's disadvantage on the.
Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, great. So you're plummeting down, and then it scoops you right up. 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you're also grappled. That is its first legendary action of the round. Dr. Siegfried.
I'm at 0 hit points.
Oh, you fall unconscious. Very nice.
I would like to pull a Freddie Mercury and say here that I want to break free. So I will use my action again to try to make an acrobatics check to get out of here.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 15, and I will use my flash of genius on myself to give me a +5, so it's gonna be a 20 acrobatics.
All right, nice. You were able to slither your way out of the tentacle's grasp.
Can I jump sort of off the side, and is it sheer enough that I could, if I cast Featherfall, I could float? Because with Featherfall, I can travel 60 feet a second. as opposed to just my regular movement.
Definitely, it's sure enough. Yeah.
So I'm going to jump, and instead of like running down the side or just jumping off the side, I'm going to sort of paraglide here with my... Oh, you want to know what? I caught myself. Flash of Genius is a reaction, and I can also have to cast Featherfall as a reaction, so I cannot do those. However, could I run down the side then?
Sure.
With 30 feet. If I run 30 feet, how far is Goal from me?
I mean, Goal is currently suspended in a tentacle being held here.
He's up. I knew he was falling. I didn't know what point he got picked back up.
He's probably like 10 feet from the bottom. I mean, you could easily get to him in 30 feet of movement, but he's like 10 feet above you.
All right. I had to use a reaction on my turn because then I can't use it to possibly cast Shield or use it later on in the game. Whatever. I am going to, as I'm running down as a bonus action, I'm going to use that Greater Healing Potion to get myself back up some.
Mm-hmm.
And no, that's a bonus action. Yeah, I'll do that as a bonus action. I don't need to attack my Steel Defender. I'll just keep him where he's at. And I will chug my potion, and I believe that is my turn.
Very nice. Chugging that potion, yes, Goal.
So I'm falling. He grabs me, attacks me, does damage. I have my sword in my hand. I go unconscious. I drop my sword. It keeps falling.
Sure, if you'd like it to.
I mean, I don't. Whatever's real. I mean, I wouldn't have the choice. I'm just thinking, if I go unconscious and I'm holding my sword, I probably wouldn't hold it anymore. Now, whether it went straight to the portal or not, I don't know.
I would say that though you're unconscious, you're still like, your sword is still like gripped to you.
Okay.
It's not like you're like asleep. You're just like out of commission.
I didn't look up the description. Does the Moonsicle give an extra bit of healing on all healing sources, or just spells? Or do you want me to just look it up fast?
Just look it up.
Okay, if you don't know the answer, I'll just look it up.
I want to say spells, but I'm not 100% sure.
It probably is. I just know, I just looked up Beacon of Hope, and it said when you gain hit points from any way or whatever. So.
Yeah. Okay, so for its second legendary action, it is going to drop Goal onto the ground here. Goal, yeah, I suppose Goal, you would fail a death save, actually, as it just drops you. And with that same tentacle, is going to take a disadvantaged attack onto Dr. Siegfried.
My Steel Defender disadvantage as a reaction.
All right, that is a 14.
Damn it. I am actively not wielding my shield because I need a free hand to cast spells, and I wanted the sickle in my other hand. With a shield on, it would have been able to miss. Unfortunately, my armor class is 13. No,
Very
wait.
nice.
Okay, never mind. That doesn't apply. Pass.
That's 13 points of bludgeoning, and you are once again grappled.
So it goes up plus 9.
Aiken, your turn.
13, did you say?
I did.
Okay.
If I were to make some sort of investigation check, would that be an action, or is that something that you do? Is that like a full action?
It just depends what exactly you're investigating. What are you trying to do?
Are there like any physical tells of this creature, structurally, anatomically, of like a weakness? Like if we could like chop off its tentacles and it plummet to its death, or like are there any like similar stuff like that? Like to investigate that, is that an action?
I mean, I would say just by looking at it, you think if you cut off all its tentacles, it would definitely plummet into this portal below it. Outside of that, its eye definitely seems to be like a clear weak point.
Right.
Other than that, there's not a lot else to it.
How many tentacles does it have? It seems like it has an infinite amount. Is there only like 6 or?
It has 6 tentacles, and it needs at least 2 to hold itself up, by the looks of things.
At least 2. Okay. Let me. Well, I think I would, of course, like to make an attempt to escape with acrobatics.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Is there any form of advantage that I get?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I rolled pretty good, 24 again.
You escape.
And with that, I'm gonna instantly drink the potion of greater healing.
Okay. Roll for that healing.
Hold on. Goals unconscious on the ground. Father T is barely up there. Oh, he's chilling.
He
Moderately
can still be
chilling.
I'm
one
at, like,
shot pretty easily.
over
Right.
half my health.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and take it for myself. Sorry.
Okay. You do.
And that 44 plus 4. Okay. So that puts me back up a little bit.
Right.
I
believe that is both your.
right to pop it.
Yeah, I believe that is your action and bonus action to escape and drink the healing potion.
I want to have Proteus attempt to attack one of the tentacles again and try to pop it off, hopefully. But does he have anything that he can do? No, okay. Yeah, just straight dice. 15.
Also, it's still at advantage. Fairy Fire's still up.
That is even lower again, so he will not hit.
Unfortunate.
The stones are an action to use, right? Each stone. Like the air
bonus
stone.
action.
Okay, yes, it does actually say that. I don't know why. Okay, cool. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. So that is Aiken's turn, bringing up Father T.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna run out of spell slots here soon. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to hope, pray to Mistra that this creature has a low wisdom score, and I will cast Bestow Curse upon it. As I sort of jab it with my staff. Needs to beat a 15.
It does not. It gets an 11.
All right, so a curse of my choice is bestowed upon it. And the curse that I would like to choose is... While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. I don't know how that applies to legendary actions or anything, but at least for its turn. This is a concentration.
And what do I roll at the start of my turn?
A wisdom saving throw at the start of every turn.
Ooh, okay.
And if it does not succeed, it wastes its entire action as I just stab into sort of the fleshy part with my staff, and the whole creature just sort of slows down with this curse. It lasts for 1 minute, and then my bonus action. So even if you pass the wisdom saving throw, it does still keep going until 1 minute has passed, or I lose the concentration.
Understood.
My bonus action, I am going to say, "You fool! The sands of time will protect me," and I will use my elemental gem to take half damage from whatever damage type this crushing
bludgeoning.
is. Yes, bludgeoning.
Okay. I will say it'll still roll for all of its legendary actions as well, so it immediately wants to use a legendary action against you. What's the save? Wisdom save?
15.
It rolled oh man, no, 13. It's gonna be tough for it to beat that. Yeah, it wants to crush you, but then instead doesn't. Just kind of wastes its turn.
It just freezes. This limb freezes in time. It's like I'm short-circuiting the way time flows through its body.
All right, so that was Father T's turn. Goal, your turn.
Do I need a death saving throw?
Death save, yes, sir. Okay, that is a failure.
So that's 2.
Yeah, 2 failures. That's correct. Its turn. And it fails the wisdom save again. So it is going to just sort of lock up in place here, not doing anything. Quite conveniently for you guys. Tiago.
Do the legendary actions still apply?
I'm rolling for all the legendary actions as well, individually.
Can I get to goal from where I'm at? I think I fed Father T that potion last turn. Can I just kind of like slide off this tentacle and just like slide down in the pit to get to goal?
Yep, no problem. You get to him.
I want to use my action, whatever I need to use to basically find his potion. Don't you have a potion remaining? Didn't you take a potion with you, Goal? Does Goal not have one?
Yeah.
You do have one?
Yeah.
A healing potion. Okay. Well, I'm gonna find that.
Tiago,
and just feed it.
if as you come on down, I mean, last turn I was directly underneath goal. If he's dropped, then he's within touching distance of me, which means I can get him if you want to do something else.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to get crushed to death before I do, most likely.
Well, hopefully not with Father T's help there. I guess, yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. In that case, if I'm aware that that Siegfried is right there, I'll probably just attack this shit.
If you look in the direction, I'll just like wave you on wildly, like no, go, it's fine, I got it.
Yeah, I think I'll be sliding off, and then I'll see Siegfried and just kind of like smile and just hammer that dagger into that tentacle that's holding Father T again. Will I get advantage on that still with the fairy fire still going? Yes. Huh?
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So that will be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Or a 22. Okay. I'll take it. So that's. And would this be a sneak attack as well?
Yes. Do you have advantage on the attack? Okay. It's automatically a sneak attack.
Gotcha. So that'll be 18 points of damage with the sneak attack with that dagger. And then shit. Can I cast that fire thing in there again? Or how does that work? Does it have like I can use it 3. Every time, like anytime I
3.
Oh, 3, okay. I better mark that down. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that again. You see the blade like heat up and then just like the heat just dissipate into the body of the creature. But yeah, it'll burn it next round or whatever. I think I'll use my bonus action, I suppose, to look to Aiken and just tell him like, let's see, finish that eye, and I'm just gonna like sink the dagger in and go from there. So he'll have advantage on that next attack.
Very nice. It is going to try to use a legendary action. The save is 15. It got a 15. So it will indeed, and it will immediately crush this guy who cursed him. It does not like this at all. 11 points of bludgeoning damage, which you take half of
to 6.
6. And don't forget your Constitution save.
So if it's less than 10, I need to roll a 10 or above, correct?
Correct.
All right, the curse is over. It worked for 2 turns.
Oh, it is very happy to be in full, use of its faculties again. Though I will say that was still fucking clutch to prevent many attacks from it like that.
Right.
Dr. Siegfried, your turn.
Goal, despite me being grappled, has fallen in front of me. Yes. And I'm a very scared doctor. I'll say it. My hands are shaking. That's why I'm a doctor, not a surgeon. Is because I cannot keep my hands still. I'm an anxious boy. And I will lean over to Goal, and with the moon blade in hand, I'm going to sort of like place it onto his chest. And as I'm doing like healing stuff to him, the moonlight of this crescent blade is like acting as a magnifier for all of this magical healing energy.
For the Moonwalker himself.
And when you come to Goal, I will be standing above you with a blade, like a crescent moon, glowing moonlight and looking very scared as you see Siegfried is a little bit worried about possibly losing you, Gull. However, I will use my second level Cure Wounds, which is going to be 2d8 plus 5. Fuck. So that's going to be 10, and then plus another d4 because of the moon sickle. 10, 14 total. Maybe you can survive a crush attack. It's possible, but... Goal, are you alive?
And that, I must continue. So you use your stuff, not my healing potion, right?
Yeah, I used my own. I'm not stealing your shit.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So that is your action, Dr. Siegfried. Was that a bonus as well?
Bonus action... I guess I will just... tell my Steel Defender to attack again. He gets advantage because I have Fairy Fire still up. There's my dice. That is going to be a 20 to hit. Dirty.
That hits.
Lucky for me. That is going yet again 6 beautiful force damage. With that 6 damage, if I can make him particularly annoying to the creature, like I want him to possibly use one of his attacks on this guy instead of us, you know.
Okay. Yeah, it is its legendary action, and it will use the tentacle attack to just swoop up this Steel Defender that's pissing it off.
And it probably will. Sorry, prototype 7734-G18.
It rolled a natural 1, so it fails.
Great.
Hell yeah.
That's its second legendary action of the round, bringing up Aiken.
Aiken is gonna try to do every single thing that he possibly can. How much time has passed since our last fight, last session?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Okay, good to know. On that, I am going to blind it again, throwing some, just debris in its eye.
Oh, it doesn't. It automatically fails the dex save. That's right.
Right. So, Proteus is going to attack its tentacle. How long does Fairy Fire last? Is it?
A minute.
So we still have that, no matter what?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he gets double advantage, right? Because the blindness condition, you get advantage on attack rolls when the creature's blind.
Oh, do you? In that case, yes.
Then that he will. 3 rolls. He rolled a natural 20. Good dog.
Okay.
God damn.
He did 13 damage to the tentacle.
Okay.
Of which I am going to try to maim this thing's eyeball and shoot at its eyeball.
Well, is the blindness thing not your action?
That was my bonus.
Okay.
Yes. Let me confirm before I go any further. Oh no, it was an action. Okay, so that it says that you may use. Wait. Oh no, it is a bonus action. You may use a bonus action to take advantage of the following actions.
Okay.
It is a bonus. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna shoot at the tentacles instead.
Okay.
It's so I don't warrant disadvantage.
Yeah.
Give you advantage on whatever your attack is, because I cast help.
Right. So that, and then it's blinded and Fairy Fire.
Yeah.
The highest one is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
For the next one, I get blinded and Fairy Fire, but I don't get the help one, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that one is a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. And even with all that, I wanted to use the lightning arrows. My last two. I
Okay,
can
no
still
worries.
use them, even though
Yeah.
post. Okay. Okay, 21 damage, exhausting my final lightning arrows.
Understood.
I kind of want to yell down to Goal and the doctor, get to that portal, as I like to let arrows fly.
Perfect. It will use its third and final legendary action to attempt to yeah, it's gonna go for Goal again. I mean, it's just got to. It's gonna reach out and go for a grapple.
Can we like throw ourselves in front of it instead, if that makes sense? Like, even though it's
a reaction or something?
Like, I don't really know. Like, could we take the attack somehow?
Just due to your proximity, you probably wouldn't be able to. If Dr. Siegfried wasn't already grappled, I would say he probably could, but he's grappled, so I don't think so, unfortunately. But in your luck, it is only a 15 to hit, which I believe misses Goal, so
Correct.
you're good to go with a blind condition, fucking this thing up pretty good. And that's its final legendary action for the round. So it is now Father T's turn.
I'm going to take a very big risk here. I have one spell slot left above 3rd level. I have a 4th level spell slot, and I'm going to use it to expand this breach. It grows even more, and with both hands on the staff, I'm going to stab it into the creature again and recast. What is it? Bestow curse upon it. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
You're really asking to get crushed over there. That's all I'm saying. That's an 11 on the save.
Right. So it lasts for 10 minutes unless I lose concentration or go unconscious, which are very likely. But to help offset that, I will once again use my bonus action to use the Earth Gem.
Okay.
Nice.
Against bludgeoning.
Very nice.
But don't die, because now I can't resurrect anyone.
Okay, good to know. Goal. It is your turn.
I'm going to crawl to my stand up. A little beat up, a lot beat up. And I'm going to walk over to this portal. Is it like flush with the ground?
So there are these like weird like interlocking plates that are separating, and it's below them, but maybe like a foot down. So very close to the ground.
Can I just plunge my sword into it, or do I need to actually go into it?
You could just plunge your sword into it.
Then I'm going to start with that.
Okay. You stab down into it, and immediately you feel this energy expel from the blade. And you hear a voice from within the portal. Dive deeper, Goal. Become the Moonwalker.
I'm going to just keep pushing deeper with the sword. And if nothing different happens, then I'm just going to fall in with my sword first.
Stabbing in toward it and leaping into the depths of this portal, you all see this blue energy that is the portal coalescing into a tighter and tighter spiral around Goal. And to the outside observer, it almost looks like he transforms into a drill. The spiral carving around him as he just embeds himself deeper and deeper and deeper, digging a hole straight into the center of the moon. The rest of you see Goal disappear. Meanwhile, Goal, you feel yourself stab through, piercing a barrier. And you see around you these gigantic interlocked chains, all coming in a coalition that seems to be blocking something. You feel a presence all around you, but these huge chains are tying them closed. And then you see this small carving ripping and tearing through the chain is this expansion of dark energy. It takes you a moment as you're wary of it to realize what it is. It's the breach. It's the thing that seems to be garnering Toril his energy. You see the breach expanding, and from it, you can now see beyond these chains, past this imprisonment in which the gods are being held. And you hear for the first time the voice of Shar call out to you. Goal, Goal, you are the Moonwalker. Your blade is the key. Open the gateway. And with that, the breach closes. The chains tighten in around you. And you wake up, no longer on the moon. Lying there at the base of the spiral within the mansion of the Valzyres. The rest of you feel this massive shockwave as this drill that is Goal reaches the center of the moon. There's this cataclysmic force of plates shifting underneath your feet. You see volcanoes erupting all around you. And then finally, the very hint of a massive explosion before you all wake up in the center of the spiral, back in the Valzyre mansion. You all sprint out of the spire and outside, looking up in the sky. You see this massive explosion. Looks like a supernova, this brilliant light where one of the moons once was. The great old ones are defeated forever. But the gods still need to be freed. Goal, you look down at your blade, and you feel it almost as an extension of you. And then, looking at your body, you see all of your veins glowing with the same moonlight. The portal seemingly having imbibed within you this blue energy. And you are now the Moonwalker. Once per day, you can undergo a transformation in which you let this blue energy take hold of you. And I'll text you the full effects of that after today's game. But with that, we'll pick up there next time.
I'm just going to say that when the moon is exploding, I'm going to hold my sword straight up. Oh! Victory.
That was a close one.
We did it, boys. We blew up the moon.
Bro, I had 28 hit points left. I had, 4 or 5 spell slots left? Close. Get out of here. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're telling me that if he didn't get caught like the first time,